whole lot of them, get the whole lot of them out. We're fed up, man. Get them out.
Exactly, and that's the way it should be. We shouldn't be housing them. We shouldn't be supporting them. We should. I drove past immigration yesterday, and there was a massive queue for them to get the visas. Honest to God, I was fuming over it. As soon as we see that they're illegal, or
they're not illegal though.
No
They're standing
human
there
being
to get
illegal
them.
immigrant.
they're not going to tell
keep
you.
mentioning illegal. The guy was not illegal.
They'll tell you that after. What about Southport? What about South? He never had
Southport, he was
A human being
British
cannot be
citizen.
illegal.
He didn't.
He
No,
was a
he said he
British
didn't have
citizen.
mental illness.
He was
Can I
a
speak?
British Christian citizen.
Can I speak? Can I speak, please?
What? 1 second. He
Yeah.
was a British
No, you've
Christian
had plenty of
citizen. He
seconds.
was.
Right, 1 sec. Right, everyone mute. Next, I want to hear the next person. Hello.
Right, Top Girl, you've got a Palestine flag in your thing, right? Clearly, you are on that side, right? So no matter what
Free
happens...
On what
Palestine.
side?
Aye, free Palestine, aye.
What, I
Free
believe in
Hamas,
people to be
freedom for
free.
Hamas. What's your
Free
views on
Palestine
Hamas?
from the British, the Americans. Free Palestine.
Let her
What's
conduct
a
mute her,
knacker?
Angie, please.
Angie,
Top
what does a
Girl,
knacker mean?
Guys,
Top Girl.
please, I want everyone to mute apart from this guy, because let me have his say.
Top
But
Girl,
why
what's
is it-
your
he's being
views
racist.
on Hamas? What's your views on Hamas?
Why are you asking me?
Because you've got a Palestine flag and your mouth
No,
and
you have no. I don't know who you are. Why am
Exactly. So waste your mouth. We men have had enough
No.
being told we need to stand
Well,
up
go
for the
fucking
women,
get a
and then we're
job
getting told
and
by
stop
people like you because it's
attacking
happening to
women
your
on the
people
internet, you
that if they
weirdos.
back off and we're racist, it's no going to stop pen. Do you
Oh,
think
weird.
anybody
See,
in
this
Northern
isn't
Ireland's
about
going to
the
listen
guy
to
that
a
happened. This is
stuck
all
up
about
racist like you and
illegals.
Tory?
You're weird.
No
Exactly.
chance. No
This is
chance.
weird.
Just know
This is what I'm
it's
saying,
coming.
Angie.
And
These
if
people
you're
are
in the
weird,
right
man.
Tory, and if you're in the right Top
what?
Girl, you'll get it. I'm in a
Free
lot of pages that
Palestine.
are...
Free
I'm in a lot of
Palestine.
pages.
Threatening us,
Tory and
Angie.
Top Girl.
He's threatening
Used to are
women
going
on
on
your
those
app,
pages.
on your platform.
Free
Prepare to be
Palestine.
targeted. Prepare to be targeted. You sticking up for
Oh,
that?
Angie,
Prepare
you're
to be
threatening women on
targeted.
your platform.
It's
care.
because it's your
Target
people
me.
that
I
are
don't
cutting
give
your
a fuck.
rain
on.
seeds off, your man seeds off,
Please
raping your
don't
children.
shout.
Target
It's your
us. You're
fucking
a
people
man.
that
Why
are
would
doing
you
it,
want to
and you're
target
sticking
women?
up for them. You're
Why
going
do you
to
want to
bun
target
with them.
women?
You're
You're
going to
weird.
bun with them,
Why would
Tory.
you want to
Your
target
address
women?
and Top
You
Girl, your address
abuser.
is going on the pages. Yous are going to bun with them.
Disgusting.
Okay,
wow.
put my address up. Go
Oh,
on, I don't
Tony,
give
I
a
will.
fuck. I dare you
Believe
to
me,
come.
I will. You
I
have done
dare
on
you to
every
come.
fucking
Women on the
page.
app, well
It's
done,
lonely
I
big
as
dare
soon
man.
as
you
you,
to
Tony.
come.
Use well, you
Big
pair of
man.
I dare
racist
you to
fucking
come.
That's
cows.
really
I
bad.
dare
It
you
will
to
never
come.
ever. It's
I
time for
dare
good
you to
men
come.
to do bad things to
Do you
bad
know what?
people.
I'll DM
Wow,
you
Every
my
so
man
you're
address.
should
calling
be
us
standing
bad
up now.
people?
Don't
Do
listen
you know
to
what?
Tory.
I'll
Don't listen
DM
to
you my
Top Girl.
address.
These
Hello,
are the ones
hello.
that have
I
to
will
come in and
DM
make
you
out
my
that they're
address. I
innocent.
dare you
The
to come.
religion of peace.
I
My
will
fucking
DM you my
arse.
address. I bet
Rapists,
you won't come.
murderers,
I will
illegal
DM you
immigrants.
my
You know
address. I bet you
nothing.
won't come.
Send me my
Did
address.
you,
Torian,
did you
Send
do
me
the
my
same
I will
thing
send me
DM
your
you
at a
my
address.
time,
address.
guys.
You will
Angie,
I
One
fucking
bet you
regret
won't
it.
come.
ask him, what did he do about the full white
Because he's saying he's
gang
going to
who
put up
was
our addresses.
grooming women
I
in
know,
Scotland?
babes,
Ask him
but
what he
hold
did
on.
with that one.
Stop
Oh,
fucking
it's well on the
muting
go.
me,
Don't you worry about
pricks.
that.
Yeah,
They're
shut your fucking mouth.
How do you think half of them committed suicide and all that? You fucking
Yeah.
clown.
Why don't you
know
go
like
and do
yous.
that? Go and
You're
commit
fucking
suicide.
A
Welsh.
paedophile
Shut
committing
your mouth.
suicide and you're going, wow, that's the
You
best
big
option.
Welsh.
That's an easy option for them.
I really
Put them
think
on
you
an
should
island
do
and
the
blow them up.
grooming gang
A Langley on your
business.
mob. Dirty
Angie, can I just say
terrorist
something
I
scumbags.
was going to say
You're
you
big
watch
Welsh.
it.
Terrorist
Angie, can I say
scumbags. That's
something
what you
quickly?
are.
Excuse
Angie,
me.
he's
What
calling
is
us
this?
terrorists.
You've been
Are
on
you
the
okay?
Angie, can I say
You've been
something?
on the
Guys,
fucking
we
pages.
calm down.
Shush.
Angie, can I just say
Can I
something?
just speak to
This
this
man,
Guys,
oh
we
my
need one at a
God.
time.
Angie,
Hold on,
can
can
I
I
say
just
something
say
quickly,
something?
yeah? This man has come up here and said what he said, and in the same sentence he said he's going to put me and Top Girl's address and make us get targeted.
Yeah,
Are you
that's
about
really
protecting
bad.
women and children or what? This is what I'm saying.
You've
You're
just let him
fucking
talk for 10
weird.
minutes on
And
your
everyone
fucking
in the
platform.
comments is clapping and clapping, but you lot
Yeah,
are getting upset when I'm
that's
saying
bad.
you lot. Make it make fucking sense.
No,
I'll
listen, I
send you
don't
my
agree
address
with
and I
that,
bet you
guys. I
won't
think
come.
everyone's
Pussy.
emotions are very high.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
are.
agree with it. I
You're
don't.
being Islamophobic as well. You lot are weird, man.
I was
So
going to
I'm
say,
gonna say what I
Angie.
Stop
want to say now.
screaming and just have a conversation, Tori, and that's
No,
all it
can I
Don't
just
tell me
speak?
to
I
stop
think
screaming
the
after the
problem
man
here,
just
can I
said he's
just
gonna
say
put my
something? Can
fucking
everyone
address
mute one
up.
sec, Tori? I think the problem here, though, is I feel when some of the lives I have watched, when it's a white man, is kind of justified in some ways. Let's
Yes.
look at Henry, and I just
Yes.
feel I've seen, and this is just what I've seen.
Where's
I'm
the
not saying everyone's.
justification?
One sec, please, just let me speak, Top Girl. I'm not saying everyone is the same, and I don't think you deserved what happened there, Torian and Top Girl. But you know, I think everyone's emotions are high. But what I've seen, especially about the Henry situation,
I've
where
just
people
sent
keep-
him my
One
address.
sec,
Tell him to
please,
come.
Torian. When people kept focusing on what Henry had said, and that was that question: Are you a bad man? Are you a bad man? And I just feel people are focusing on that, and I feel it is because he's a white person, and I think people are mad, people are angry because people are talking about illegal immigrants. I'm not talking about people that come in here that are genuine refugees, but illegal immigrants that are not being documented, not being checked. I do agree. Something needs to be
It's
done.
past that time now, Angie.
But it
Yeah,
wasn't
but
illegal,
listen,
and
It's way
call
past.
it
this
racist.
gentleman
Torian and
Call it
Top Girl are
racist.
only
Can I
raging
just
because
say,
it's one of
before
their
I
people
go,
that's getting
I've got to
targeted.
go.
No,
That's
it's
all.
not. I'm
What?
Yes,
Listen,
Danny,
Top
I'm
Girl,
not
you're
calling you
Jones.
weirdo. Are you
Weirdo
okay
nothing,
then?
hen. You're the weirdo defending
It's
it.
illegal, was it? I
Oh,
was
Top
told
Girl,
it was.
You're the one.
Rest.
You're the one
Fucking
defending
from
it, hen.
Sudan, you
You're
absolute
defending
well.
it as if it's all over the top. Tommy Robinson. Fuck
Shut your
you.
mouth, you
You
well.
Hey,
little
hey,
fucking.
why don't you go play with traffic and die? Why don't you go
Oh,
do that?
Annie, bother.
Whoa.
See,
Yeah,
Tori,
don't
see
do
the
that.
fingers with you. Tori,
Yeah,
see
yeah,
the
yeah,
fingers
don't
with
do
you.
that.
You're a
Turn it a little
dirty
bit
fucking
too
Yeah, yeah,
racist
yeah,
bastard.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm calling you out for it.
There's no need
Go
to
die,
Top Girl,
bitch.
see you as well. You're a dirty fucking racist
Shut up, you
bastard.
Welsh.
And I'm
Top
recording
Girl,
this.
get out.
You're
Oh,
going on the
record it.
pages.
Go on,
You're
go
getting
on.
splattered away in every fucking
Shut your mouth,
every group
you
I'm in.
Welsh.
I'm giving you. You give me your address. That address is getting given to hard
Can I ask-
hitting
can I-
fucking
one sec.
people, and you're
One
going to
sec,
feel
Top
this.
Girl.
This
I
is
wanna
all
ask-
other
I
place,
want to
Ken.
ask Faithful Few. Can I ask you though, what Top Girl has done in this live for her to one second because he's got a thingy board. What has she done for that kind of reaction? Because she has come up in my eyes and she has been respectful. She said it was wrong, so I just want to know what she's done, if you don't mind.
He called me a T. He called me a
It's
terrorist.
just,
Yeah, no.
it's just, Angie, the fact for me, it's just the fact that if one man does it like that, then it's everyone. Do you get what I mean? Everyone of our colour. And that's
Yeah.
the bit that upsets me.
Well, I
And-
see that Top Girl has come in and she was respectful and she said it was wrong with what happened. I just want to know what happened. Is it something else she had said? Because I must have missed
I
it. if I
think
missed
it's because Top Girl stands up for herself and she's very loud and and some people don't like that, especially men. No offence, men, but a lot of men do not like being not cut down, do they? And they just get really angry.
She's
But
screaming
listen,
Free
Can I just
Palestine. Yeah,
say-
but that was after she said
When
that.
that
Can I
guy
just say,
did that thing, can
Palestine
you
has
remember
nothing to do
in,
with what's happening today.
Can you remember that
can
thing
support
in London when
Palestine.
that guy went
Hamas-
through with the car? Just hold on a minute, sweetheart. Remember the guy that went through the traffic with the car with all them people? It was a white man that went through with his car with all
Yeah.
them people and knocked them all down.
Yeah, that was in Liverpool, wasn't it? I can't
big
remember.
of a bait when he did it? No. Do you know what they did? They spoke about his mental health and he was a nice guy. They never said anything bad about that guy in Liverpool. That's the one, guys. Nobody
Yeah.
said
Oh,
one
are you in the
bad
box?
thing.
Okay. Oh, you're in the box now. See you. Okay, bye.
Like, can I ask something? So, you know,
Yes,
when
we
the other
are.
day when they said the big boys are coming out in you know, the 3-letter words, and people call
Yeah.
them freedom fighters and resistance
Yeah.
groups. Some people call Hamas that. So if you can respect the 3-letter group in Ireland, why can't people? You don't know my opinions on Hamas. I've
Yes.
never fucking made it known on this app unless I just did it to that girl, you know, the lady in America who called me a T. Remember, Angie, on your platform when I went back at her? That's
Yeah,
the
you're
only
just
time
making
I've said
assumptions.
something.
Yeah, but you
about
know what,
Hamas.
Top Girl? Can I say?
But
Can
I'm
I
not finished.
talk
I'm
on
not
that?
finished.
Okay, carry on.
And just because I didn't say, Christine, that's her name, I didn't say nothing, right? He asked me about my opinions on Hamas and I said, I don't need to answer to you. And instead he started calling me a racist. I've never been fucking racist, right? And he started calling me a T just because I'm Muslim.
Yeah. Can I just say, Top Girl, can I tell you about the Christine situation? And this is not me having a go at you. This is just how I see that. It's because you were supporting Hamas and people are going it's going to get people's backs up. People are going to be very mad about it. And that's when she called you a T. And I'm not agreeing
No,
with what
she
she
called-
called
after
you.
I
I'm not
called her a
agreeing
Muslim.
with what she called you. I don't think it was right what she called you. But because she's an American woman, her kids are in the army, right? You know, that have fought in the army. And then you supporting her Hamas is going to get people's backs up.
Right. Angie, again,
I'm
when
not saying
she
it's
found
right
out I
what
was
she
a
called you,
Muslim,
though.
that's when I said it, when she called me a T, right? So it was a back and forth, okay? But for this
Yeah.
man to come and threaten women, call 2 women on your fucking live, T's, there was no justification for that because I did not speak to this man. He came to speak to me. We was having an
Well,
intellectual
that's why I wanted
conversation.
to ask him. I wanted to ask him what have you done, you and Torian done for him to say that, because I must have missed something, because the way you came in, you were respectful, both of you.
It's a
You know, I
typical
don't know if you've
after
seen
effect.
another live, but you know what I mean?
Whenever there's an incident like this, if it's a black man, the black people get the blame for it, the black community. If it's a Somalian man or an Indian man or a Pakistani
It's
man,
like the
or
whole lot of us, though.
yeah, it's
and
like,
it's
you know,
so
as
Can
soon as
I
I've
be
seen that
honest,
attack,
defamation of character, can I be
yeah.
honest? Like I said, I have seen lives, and maybe other people have seen these other lives where they're justifying, in some ways,
And they're
justifying Henry's
disgusting.
death.
And they're
One sec, let
disgusting.
me just speak.
Yeah.
Just in some ways, justifying his death. And I even thought, is because he's a white man, if that was a black person, you would not be sitting there justifying his death. You would be saying it was disgusting, it was racism. You'd be screaming to the high heavens.
Yeah,
So,
but those
and
people
that's
are
what I
wrong,
have
yeah.
seen. And people need to
Yeah.
stop causing this divide. Our issues, you know, with the police, the government, you know, and all of that, you know, and illegal immigration, which I've been shouting about for years. Illegal immigration, guys,
Yeah.
where people aren't getting, you know, checked. That's
I saw a clip of that woman's live and I was disgusted. I know exactly what you're on about, like justifying it and saying it was good and whatever. And I don't understand how you can think
Yeah.
like that. A human's a human. But I do think that when
But
certain
Pete-
things like this happen, you know, when I seen the clip of what that man did, I thought, fuck, it's a black man. It's going to cause tensions because, and
Right.
people feel away. Rightly so. People feel away because it
gonna
was
say that, rightly
absolutely
so.
horrific.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what colour the
It's like
person
when a
is.
black person does something, the whole black community
we all
gets like
get it.
the backlash of it, like, oh, you lot don't like it, you should go home, this, that.
Yeah.
You know how many immigrants there are and how many crimes have been committed, like the percentage, it's not, say for example, for every 5 immigrants that come to the country, probably half of an immigrant commits a crime, but because it gets publicised and the
Yes.
politics at the minute, look at the elections, every time there's an election, have you not noticed that a
Yeah, they
terrorist
always
attack
do
happens?
something.
Yeah, it's like it just causes more division. They're gonna say they do this, more people are gonna vote for Nigel Farage. Bam, he's gonna get in. You know, after he's done what he wants to do and get in power, everyone, obviously I'm not an immigrant, but we'll be next. Do you know what I mean? The British citizens, the lower class, those politicians and those people above don't care about us. So I think, like, for example, you know, these protests that people are doing, they're going around and destroying their own communities. Go to the parliament, go to I don't know what it's like in Northern Ireland. I'm not familiar with it, but go to the places where the people that make the decisions for
Them
the lower
choices.
people, yeah, that's who you need to target, not your fellow men. Like, for example, Top Girl, that guy was saying, oh, you're immigrant, leave out the country, blah blah, your elbow husband. Her elbow husband contributes to society probably more than that guy who sits on TikTok debating all day. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to give some people credit.
Yeah, I do apologise about that, guys, because, you know, no, we shouldn't. I don't agree. You should have said that. I should have dropped him a lot earlier. So I do apologise, guys.
There's a lot
but
of
I think
people
we were quite
shouting there.
respectful.
Yeah,
So I will
that's
apologise.
really upsetting because Torian's
Yeah, I
got
will
children.
apologise, Top Girl, for that.
But the thing
But
is,
I
that you
get
got a
why
problem
people-
with me. Stick with me, call me a bitch, call me a loudmouth.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I'm not. Firstly, I'm not an immigrant. I'm a third generation product of an immigrant, 100%. But
Yeah.
I pay tax as much as the next person. I probably fucking pay triple the tax more than the average person. So can we stop?
Yeah, let's stop the divide, guys. And I
Yeah,
don't want
it's the
any comments
divide.
either. Any hate, you know, towards, you know, someone that, you know, of colour, please block them. I don't want that divide.
That's what they
I
want.
do
They want
understand
us to
people,
fight
the
against
anger.
each
I
other.
do understand people's anger at the same time, because I've seen videos of people justifying Henry's death, and, you know, and wow, if it was a black person, or now you know what it's like. Do you know what I mean? All these kind of things need
It's
to
sad.
stop.
But
This
just
is-
because
this
she
is what I
thinks
mean,
that
that's
way
the
doesn't
sad
mean
part.
all black people think that way. Because I think
Yeah.
she's disgusting. That
Yeah.
Henry is someone's child, same as my child. I'm terrified for my child to grow up in this society at the minute with all this knife crime and cane crime and stuff like that. Like, it's not just because one black person thinks it doesn't mean every single
Yeah,
black
and let's
person
not put
thinks
everyone
it.
in the same
Yeah,
basket.
not everyone's in the
like I
same
said,
box.
and Tori and Top Girl, honestly, I do apologise for not dropping that person earlier, because, you know, you're not a T, okay,
Well,
and I don't think you
us
should
as
be
well, though,
called that.
Angie. threatening threatening our addresses. We've got
Yeah.
kids in these houses.
I know, and I apologize. I do apologize for that.
I
As well.
promise you, if he
That's not-
fucking comes,
And,
I'll
and
fucking
it wasn't,
let
no,
him
and
come.
it wasn't just that. It's the fact that whole comments were agreeing. It was really scary. And this is
the comments were
this is
bad.
what I don't want. I don't want us being like this. All of my friends are white. Every single one. I've never had a problem with.
I see these comments everywhere, Colette. I went in
Crazy.
debates. I see
I
it
get it,
everywhere.
and I get it.
I
Go
see
back
it
to your
everywhere.
country. I get it
Everywhere I
everywhere.
see it now, and everywhere I see it. But guys,
Could you drop me, please? I can't get out, but thanks for
oh
letting
yeah,
me
no
in.
problem. Thank you for
Bye,
joining.
ladies.
Does
I
anyone
think-
else want the box, guys?
I think this, like the comments, sometimes like the it is at the moment. This country is disgusting. Something needs to be done, but this
Yeah,
is not
please.
what needs to be done. When we're dividing against each other and going at each other, this is what doesn't need to be done. We need to figure out a way how we can come together and fight it together instead of fighting each other.
Yeah, I agree. And when I say go to Parliament, I don't mean write a letter. I mean, bloody do what Guy Fawkes did or something. Do you know what I mean? There needs to be a big, like people say, there needs to be something big to make an impact and to make people see that people are not accepting it. Because I don't want my children to be around people.
Guys, people
that-
need to stand together, whatever
Yeah.
colour they are, a black person. We all stood together with
Yeah.
George Floyd. We spoke on it constantly. It was terrible what happened to him. Henry, we've got to stand together. I don't like seeing lies where people are justifying someone's death, and I feel it's because of the colour of their skin. And I have noticed real racism
Ashley,
towards
too quiet.
white people. I have the past few days. I understand why people are angry, because these lives is disgusting. These people that run these lives and that hate they're causing, they're sitting there saying, justifying his death of Henry and all of this. No, this is why people are angry. You know, and maybe it's the other way around as well. Maybe it's the other way around. When it's a black person, it needs to stop. It doesn't matter what colour the person is. A person is a person.
Angie,
Yeah, I
thank you for
agree,
letting me
definitely.
talk. I'll see you later. I'll see you, Tori, and see you
And
guys.
everyone's got a
what's that,
problem with
Colette?
it.
Bye.
Thank you for letting me talk. I'll see you
I
all
was being
later.
sarcastic, Kirsty. You know what I'm
Take
saying? I'm
care,
saying we
everyone.
don't need
Guys,
to
back in
sign
the box.
petitions.
I'm gonna
There needs
put
to be
him in
something
because-
serious done.
I'm going to put that guy back in the box because maybe he's a bit calmer.
Can I just say that the outrage of the protests, I totally understand it, but I also see why people have turned to that, because when there was a peaceful protest and vigil for Sarah Everard being unalived by a white police officer, it doesn't matter about the colour of anyone's skin, but when there was a peaceful protest there was people got arrested, people weren't treated very well by the police at all. So I think we cannot win whether we have peaceful protests, whether it's getting out of hand the way it has.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Right, I'll
seem to
talk.
matter.
Sorry, I'll just talk, Angie. I'll no shit.
Can I just quickly say something? The reason I put you back in the box because
Yes, it's
I
good.
don't agree with some of the things you said. I'm gonna say it to top.
Right, I appreciate that, Angie, and it's your platform, right? I get that. I'll apologise to you for the words I said, but no to Tory, no Top Girl. I sat and listened. I sat and listened to Top Girl going on about like a racist rhetoric she always pushes, and Tory, no, really,
you
but
calling
in
me
this
a
live,
racist?
yes. Answer this question, just please. What's your views on Hamas? Do you support them?
No, I don't actually.
Fucking
what's
answer
your
any
views
of
on
his
them?
questions. Don't
See,
answer nothing.
Tory
Why would
jumps
you
in to
answer your
defend her,
questions after
Angie.
you've
Do you
just
see what I mean?
threatened her? Like,
That's why
come
I'm
on.
saying no to.
You don't deserve
they
a
can't take a normal
conversation.
question. I
that's
asked,
why
I
you-
didn't shout. I asked her, and she's, I don't need to answer to you. Who you? That you answered my
because the way
question
you
by saying
It
that.
is. Who are you?
Yeah, the way you came
all
up
you
and
need to
asked,
know is I'm a
like,
concerned parent, right? And I've
concerned
had enough.
parent?
Like
Hamas
all
is
the
in a
other
different
parents.
country.
Yes, all the other parents have had enough now. We're not on
Hamas is in a
TikTok to
different
talk
country,
out and
love.
work out on TikTok. We're not going to talk to people where our government back yous
If
so
you hate
much.
Muslims, just say that, man.
I'm no racist. I
Fucking
hate
hell,
Muslims
Dorian,
at
let him
top level
fucking
If
people.
you've got I'm not racist on your page,
Yes.
you are fucking racist, mate. For
No,
you to
no,
even
no,
have
no,
that
no.
on there
I'm
is
defending my
crazy.
people for racist
Why do you
people
have
like
to
you,
put I
Top
am not
Girl,
racist
and
on
all
your
the other
I'm not
ones,
racist.
like the
Because
guy
you
trying to
are.
cut the heater.
Shut up.
I
You
have been
can't call
called
me
a lot,
racist
but I've
because
never
I'm
been called a
passionate about my
racist.
country. That's no
Okay,
racist,
can I
Top
ask you a
Girl.
question? Do you
As a
support women and
country,
children?
our
Yes.
One sec, Top Girl.
Yes.
One second. Let me just speak
Yes.
to them. Do you support women and children?
1 billion
Yeah?
percent.
Wait, do you
Yeah.
support all women and children? Actually, let me rephrase.
No terrorist enablers like you, no.
When have I ever enabled a T? What are you talking
When
about?
you're talking about Hamas and shit like that,
When
and
have I
you've
ever
got a
even spoken
Palestine
about
flag.
Hamas? I've
Yes.
never spoke about Hamas.
Top girl,
I've
you are
never.
not getting out
I'm
of
not
this.
top girl. It's
Tory,
Tory.
maybe.
I'm so
Oh,
scared.
Tory, oh no, right, fine, if that was you, button back in. This is why I said about these two. Everybody else is just listening.
Wait, so you need to apologise to Tory
Wait,
then?
one
because
second,
All right,
guys.
Tory,
Victoria.
sorry. I apologise for absolutely fuck
Okay,
all
so-
to you, you terrorist enabling fucker. That's
There
all
you go. So you don't
And
protect
Top
women and
girl as well, you
children.
terrorist
I'm
You're
gonna-
enablers.
I'm gonna-
a hypocrite and a liar.
Oh, he's a weirdo, man. That guy's a weirdo.
The guy, Angie, are
But
you
what,
okay?
what I'm saying is though, you know, to if you do support Hamas, people are gonna get their backs up about it.
Can we?
Who do you think
Because
Hamas is,
let me
guys?
tell you why.
Can I-
One second,
no,
let me
can
tell
I
you why, Tori. Let me tell you why. Because they are classed as a tier group
Only in the
Who do you
UK.
think funds Hamas?
in the UK. Yeah, and it's actually also a crime to. It's also a crime to be supporting a tier group.
But who
Bring the
funds
police
these
and
T
roll
groups?
them in. Bring the police.
Who?
I'm
Can I
saying
ask you a
if.
question?
I'm saying if.
Angie,
can I
who
just
do you
say
think?
something?
Oh, go on.
Right, so he's come in. Nothing about what's going on right now in Northern Ireland and England has got nothing to do with Hamas. Why did he come in and deflect from a victim that we're all trying to figure out what shall we do to stop these kind of attacks? Instead, he brought into something that was nothing about this. He does not like Muslims, and end of. I've been called a lot, but never a fucking racist. I'm not a fucking racist, and that to me, this guy's mad. He's got a screw loose.
To be fair, Topical, you haven't said anything on this live anyway that indicates you are a
No,
racist.
I don't. Right, what Hamas did, that's in their own country. Do I think another human being is allowed to take another human being's life? No. If Hamas did that, I do not support them. Why? Because that's a human life is a human life. Simple as. We have no right as people to take another human life. That's my fucking opinions on it. But this fucking welt, right, comes in here
Nikki, do you
calling
want
me
to
a
get in the
T.
box?
Can I speak as well? Or?
He didn't call you a T, he said an enabler.
How do I enable somebody in Palestine?
He called her a terrorist before, though. And when
Yeah,
we were first
exactly.
talking.
I don't
Hello,
understand
MT.
what any of
I
this
just
has
have
to
one
do
thing
with
to say,
Palestine.
Ange.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, I just have one thing to say. If you say big up Hamas, that is enabling terrorism. So you did.
MT, aren't you the one who said that people can go for kids? You are PLM.
Aren't you the one who said big up Hamas?
Aren't you the one who said people can go for
Hey,
kids? You are
and isn't it
PLM.
true that if people, isn't
I'm
it true if
asking you,
people
did
don't
you not
agree
say
with your
that? Yes
narrative,
or no? You said
people
people
don't
can
agree
go
with
for
your
kids.
narrative or
Yes or no?
agenda, you just try
I'm
to shoot
asking
them
you,
down and
did you
say
say
they're
that?
wrong and they're
Did you
this,
ask?
they're
Did you
that.
say that?
Did
Did you
someone not
say
read
that?
your story, Top Girl? Did you say
Did
big
you
up
say that? Yes
Hamas?
or no?
Did you say big up Hamas?
I did say big up Hamas. I've never
Yeah,
denied that.
okay. I'll
So
tell
can
you what I
can
said.
you say?
Yeah,
Did you
I'll
say
tell you what I said.
people
If you
go
shut
for
up and
go
listen.
for their
One
If you
kids?
sec,
shut up and listen, I'll
let's
tell you
just
what I
listen
said.
to MT and then
Okay?
you
Shut
can.
up and listen. So,
You tell
Chippy
me
was
to shut
going
up,
for
you fucking
Dan's
dick.
trauma. I'll tell you it again. Shut the fuck
Dickhead,
up.
dickhead.
Okay? Shut
Don't
up,
fuck
One
dickhead.
sec,
you
Topical,
him out.
I'll tell
please
you it
let him
again.
have a say.
Chippy was going for Dan's trauma and Dan dragged Chippy's child. I said it was fair game. And I will say it again. I'll say it very, very, very loudly for the people who didn't hear it the first time. Okay? Didn't say big up Hamas. Ain't enabling terrorism at
Yeah.
all. You're a disgrace.
You're
And
a
if people don't
disgrace.
like, if
You
you
are a
don't like what
disgrace,
people
MT.
say,
You are a
they're
disgrace,
wrong.
MT.
If you don't like what people do, they get them out, block them from here. They're disgraceful. Their opinion
Like
doesn't
you
matter.
do.
Everyone's opinion
I would
matters.
never ever.
Okay?
I've never said
It's
that.
not for you to decide
I've not
whose
said
opinion
that,
matters and
MT.
who doesn't.
Stop
It's up
lying
for
to
everyone else to
everyone.
decide. You
Stop
have said that. We've
lying.
all sat there and watched it and witnessed. You
Stop
can go and watch all the
lying,
lives that are
MT.
come to you now. No one's
MT,
lying.
stop
This is
lying.
factual
No,
information.
no, it's
Tell
not
me where I've
factual
lied.
information.
Did you say
MT.
big up Hamas or not?
Dickhead,
Do you drag
listen.
people who don't
Shut
agree with
up.
your opinion?
Do you
Hey,
not?
you know what's mad?
Do you not?
You turn
When you
around
go on
and
your
go,
mad
I'm
fucking
a
walks
woman.
and you're
Why are
chatting on
you
other
letting a
things.
man shout
You
at me?
said,
Why is a
go
man
for the
shouting at me like
children
this?
if
Why are
they
you
can
shouting
go
at
for
men
you.
the way you
So
do?
shut your
Hey,
fucking dirty
why are
mouth.
you shouting at men the way you do? You
Why
know
do
what I
you
mean?
shout
You go,
at
he's a
fucking
man,
women
why
and
is he
lie?
speaking to a woman like this?
Idiot.
He's a man, why is
Idiot.
he doing that? You're a woman, why don't you have a bit
Idiot.
of decorum
You
about
are a...
yourself and go and
You
do your
have no
chores,
class or
bitch?
decorum, MT.
Neither
You
of
have
you.
no class or
You've got
decorum.
absolutely
Don't
none.
ever think you
Neither
can
of
come for me when you said people
I
can
can
go for
come for
kids.
you,
You
what,
are
14,
PLM
15
through
times
and
over if I
through.
wanted to?
PLM 2.0.
You're a racist.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
Top Girl, I
racist,
don't
enable
think you...
terrorism. That's what
Yes,
you do.
yes. Well done.
Enable terrorism,
Yes.
racist. Your husband speaks derogatory in boxes about how he's going to do stuff to women. Yeah. Don't think you're a pillar of society
100%,
neither.
yeah.
Not good standing character, are you now, sweetheart?
You can't
No, you're
talk,
not.
love. At least I've never
I
gone
can
for
talk.
kids.
I'm talking right now.
Never,
I'm
never,
having
ever
full-blown
gone for kids.
conversation with you in the
PLM.
box.
PLM.
PLM.
Yes. That's
Wait,
what you are.
Okay, so
MT.
why would
MT.
I
PLM.
be
And I didn't know he
PLM?
thought
Would you
I
like to
didn't know
elaborate?
MT is bilingual. I did not MT is bilingual.
Why
Mate,
I
you
am,
ain't
I'm
ever fucking
Indian.
been out of Liverpool, you cunt.
I'm
You
Indian.
can never fucking speak
I think
a
you're being
different
quite
language.
racist
You ain't
towards
got
my
no
ethnic
fucking
origin
class,
here.
no decorum.
I'm an
You've got
Indian man.
nothing. You've got no culture.
I'm an Indian man. I think you're
you
being quite
cannot,
racist here, Top Girl.
not
Yeah, I think you're
ever.
being racist, sweetheart.
So
I'm
let's
an
be
Wait,
Indian
can
man.
I
Why are you
just ask
talking
a
about
question?
bilingual?
speak
MT.
Albanian.
1 second.
Yeah?
MT, just quickly, yeah. Who do you
Go on,
lot
T.
think funds Hamas? Like,
Sorry?
who do you think funds them? Is it not the British and the American
I'll
government
be
that fund
completely
them?
honest with you. I'll be
Yeah, go
completely
on.
honest with you. I don't take any interest in relation to terrorism, so I couldn't tell you who funds Hamas and who doesn't, because
Okay,
that's
fair
not
enough.
that's not the type of subject that I want to know information about, if I'm being honest with you. Me personally,
Okay.
I think this whole situation boils down to one thing, and this is all it is, okay? We're living in a country, our country, and we're seeing individuals from other countries come to our country and attack our citizens, and whenever we speak out about it, or whatever, we try and have an opinion about it, we're dismissed, we're shut down, we're being told to be quiet, to mind our own business, not to do what it is that we want to do. And why is that right? Because, you know, if I went to a different country and that happened, I'd be able to be as vocal as I want to be.
But that's
But who's
not
telling
happening.
you lot that? Who's saying that you lot can't speak? That who's saying that?
Top
Yeah.
Girl, sorry, not you, Torian. Top Girl.
Oh.
Top Girl saying people can't speak, people can't have their
But
opinion. She
when did
shuts
I
you
say
down
people? I
straight
said
away when
you.
you
I
speak.
said you alone.
All
MT,
right,
so stop chatting
all right,
shit.
sweetheart.
Again, you're lying.
You've been on the smack
You're
because you
lying.
obviously don't know what the fuck you've been saying for the past
Liar.
couple of days. No one's lying. I'm telling
You
the
are.
truth.
You are. You're
Factual information.
Can I
You're
Factual.
just,
such
can
a
I just,
liar. I said you. I just
Am
said
I?
on Angie's platform, everyone's allowed an opinion.
Hey,
You're a
can I just say,
fucking
just
liar,
put yes
MT.
in the chat if you
Go
think I'm telling the
your own
truth.
fucking
Just put
dirty
yes in the
hole.
chat if I'm
You
telling the
pred.
truth. Hey, look how affected she's getting. She's now calling
Because
me
you
a
called me a
predator
racist.
because she doesn't like what I said. You are a
can I,
racist. You
can I,
enable
can I
terrorists.
just
No, I
say,
don't.
That's what
Top
you
Girl, I
are.
don't,
You are a racist.
Yes,
can I just
sure.
say, Top Girl, I don't
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
let
you
Top
get...
Girl
you
say
don't
her
like people
part
who are
now.
white, Top Girl. That's the issue.
No, because
You
he's
don't like
just
people
died
who
on
are white
Angie's.
or
I
people
said
who have a
Angie's.
difference
Wait,
of an
can
opinion
we
with you.
let's
That's what you
see
don't
what she
like.
wait, MT, let her respond at least. Come on,
Go
let
ahead,
her
sorry.
respond
All
back.
right, go ahead, yeah,
So
Sam.
he spoke about my husband, which again he doesn't understand fucking Albanian. You've allowed him to speak about my husband and lie about him. He did not fucking say that. He said it to Alex and Alex alone. He said SYM because Alex was saying to my husband that he's cheating on me, right? But MT obviously is a liar. We know he fucking enables Dan. He told people what he said actually to Chippy about Chippy. Sorry, if people, if you're going for somebody's trauma, if you want to go for their weakest point, and if it's their children, you go for their children,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
that is
that's what was
exactly
said.
correct.
You said
Yeah,
you can go for kids. I didn't
yeah.
lie.
In
Again,
relation to Chippy's
I'm
child.
sorry, I've not finished talking now. You
Okay,
shut up.
sorry. Go on. Yeah, not a
Right?
problem, babes. Go
And
on.
I've just said in Angie's live, everyone's allowed to
Yeah.
have their opinion. So how have I said no one's allowed to have an opinion? Third fucking lie. You're a fucking liar, MT.
Okay.
The only reason he's going for me because every time he fucking crawls into my lives, I block him. I can't stand him because of what he said about kids. I stand by what I said. I think you are PLM.
Okay. Well, every time I go into your live for you to block me, that must mean that you unblock me in the first place.
No,
Otherwise, you would only have to
different
block me
lives,
once.
different accounts, different
Right,
accounts,
okay.
MT.
Yeah, that's the smacking, yeah. Okay, you have been
Yes.
very, very opinionated in many people's
like you're
different
doing now.
lives about this situation.
Just like you're
Okay,
doing now.
you do silence people. You silence people all the time, and if their narrative isn't the same as your narrative, you start going on one screaming like the bitch that
So
you're on
my
in the
narrative,
box. Okay,
so mine and your opinions
listen,
is not. So you're
everyone's
going at me.
entitled to an opinion.
Doing same
Just because
thing as
their
me.
opinion isn't the same as your opinion doesn't mean
Doing
that you
same
can
thing
try
as
and
me,
belittle
MT.
people, or you can try and listen.
No,
Okay,
little.
you
Stop
told me
calling
before
people
to
little,
shut up,
MT.
so why don't you use your same words and shut your
Stop
fucking mouth
calling
yourself?
people little. Everyone's the same on this app, love.
Oh, sorry. What are you, a big girl, are you?
Top Girl, I don't think you get why people are so upset when you say big up to them, because you realise that they would the ones that blew the plane up over Scotland and Dunblane, and how hundreds of people lost their life. So to people in the UK who are at an age, we remember Dunblane and we remember the T group that did it. So when you're saying big up Hamas, to me that's offensive because of what they did to the people who lost their life in Dunblane.
Right, and I've just said I said big up Hamas because Christine called me a terrorist. I do not support Hamas. I've said it millions of times. I went back at her because when she found out I was a Muslim, right, and she said I've got a Palestinian flag in my bio, I went back at her after she called me a terrorist.
I remember the life I was in it.
Right, so Nikki, so you know I don't fucking support Hamas, but yet you're coming with a narrative that's not fucking true.
No, I'm just saying why other people are going for you in the comments.
Yeah, no, I get that, Nikki, but when people are saying things to me when that's not true, I'm gonna get my back up. People have called me a lot of stuff, but never a fucking racist. I'm not a racist. Do you know what I mean? But MT, obviously, I'm not gonna take what he says as gospel because kids are not off limits with him.
Why are you getting angry and shouting threats?
Can I just say I did misspeak.
If you're not going to take what I said as gospel.
I spoke wrong. It was Lockerbie, not Dunblane. Sorry, Dunblane was the Pew.
Yeah, it was the school.
Yeah, sorry, I misspoke. It was Lockerbie. And if everybody looks,
Can I make a few points just back to the subject of Ireland?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. I don't do boxes, so bear with me. So last night in Belfast I think was completely disgusting. It wasn't about what happened. In my heart, I firmly believe that. Since 2020, 33 women have been murdered in the north of Ireland. Most of them have been in their own home.
Can we just say unalive? Just so.
Oh, sorry. All of them have been by our own men. That's white Irish men. Everybody in the streets last night was under, I would say, the age of 25. They were children terrorizing their own community. They've destroyed public transport. They've destroyed local small businesses. They have burned people out of their homes. You were watching a live last night where I heard you say that even the police ran away. What actually happened in that live that you were watching when they sent the white Land Rover in was in the other side of that van, they were actually evacuating children from a house that those thugs had set fire to. I think I have a picture of the children getting into the back of the Land Rover somewhere. These protests are not about what happened last night. It was only in March when Amy Doherty was murdered, unalived, an hour and a half away from Belfast by her own partner in her own home. Her throat was cut in front of her own 2 children.
Oh, yeah, just be careful what we say, guys, because you might get a ban.
So I just want to say, this last night, to back Torian up as well when she said she doesn't think that it was about colour. The courts backed that up today when this man was charged with threatening to unalive a radiographer in the hospital. That radiographer was also a foreigner. So it wasn't about because this man was white. I don't believe that this man deserved anything that happened to him, but we aren't being told the full story. There's a lot of false information out there. They're saying that this man the suspect only lived there for 4 days, and that he was a really good man and that he tried to help them.
I'm sorry to be rude, but what do you mean we don't know the full story? There was a man who tried to behead a man in the middle of the street. We've seen it. We've seen the video. So there is no full story to it. That is the story. There was a man who came from Sudan, who was an asylum seeker, who went to Dublin and then ended up in Northern Ireland, who then tried to behead someone in the middle of the street. There is no two sides to any story. That is the story.
And domestic violence is a totally different domestic violence is a national crisis we're having at the moment, and there's no denying that it's happening. Like, regardless of colour, there's no denying it's happening. It's a
Just let
national
her finish.
crisis.
Angie, can I ask her why she's saying that no one knows the full story?
Can I finish?
Go ahead, because you're like it happened around the corner for me.
Right, okay, so you know the victim then?
Yeah, we know him. and
Let me ask you what the full
last
story
4
is then,
days.
please.
Right, so have you Googled that man's name?
I can't give out a name yet.
What, Stephen Ogilvy?
His nickname has been given out, so I'm not going to give out what other people haven't given out yet.
Okay,
I
but
don't know.
his
Okay, so
full,
what's your point?
his full legal name has been released.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
we not mention
so
his
what's
name.
the
I
actual
don't
point?
want to disrespect the family.
That man's
oh
originally,
my God.
that man's originally from Scotland.
Yeah, he's originally from Scotland.
That's cool. Then moved down into the flats beside me, and he was living with those 2 men and helping those 2 men.
But that man also has his own victims.
Victims of what?
We don't know that. We don't see, so I'm not going to listen to you. I can only tell you what we sing ourselves.
But I'm telling
victims
you
of
that
what? Sorry,
man
can
also has his own victims.
Is victims of what? Victims of what crime?
Google it. All you have to do is Google his name.
I'm asking you. I don't need to use Google. You seem to know the information.
He has assaulted women. He has assaulted police officers.
So because he assaulted a woman and a police officer, he deserves to be beheaded.
You lot, let her finish.
Your story just sounds stupid. He is a woman and it's a busy, so he deserves to be beheaded.
Please. Let her finish.
I'm not trying to silence her. That's what you do. Sorry, not me.
No, you're doing that now, love.
So are you agreeing what happened to this man? It's
If you would
okay.
let me finish, you're jumping down my throat. I am not saying that what he deserved happened. I don't think anybody in the worst in the world deserves what happened. What I am saying is there is a lot of false information. Everybody's going around. Yesterday, people were saying he's 15, he's 21, he's this. And today,
that's true.
Today, he's an angel sent from heaven that has helped the local community. What I'm saying is there is false information.
Irish Owl, let her finish, man. Jeez, you keep interrupting her. Let her finish and then you'll understand what she's saying.
The full story is not out there. We do not know what happened. We do not know what led up to that incident, which is absolutely disgusting and nobody deserved it. But that man has his own victims and his name, I have not doxed a victim's name. His name is in the public domain. It's been on the news. All you have to do is Google this man's name to see that.
What's he done then?
He has attacked vulnerable victims.
So you're condoning the behaviour?
Did I not just say?
Sorry. Let me just get this correct. That is exactly what you're doing. So what you're basically saying is, So what you're basically saying is, we don't know the full picture because this man said a woman in a busy, which meant that he deserved to try and get beheaded.
No, I don't think she's saying that.
No, that is exactly what she's saying, and I think everyone else will agree.
What she's saying is that people.
I can hear it loud and clear.
Wait. What I'm getting from it, yeah. MT, what I'm getting from it is that what she's saying is that people are running around with false narratives about this person or about the situation that is not entirely true. I think that's. I don't think she's saying that he deserves it. I think she's just saying that people are just making up false narratives about the whole situation. That's what I'm getting from it. It must
just be the way that I'm interpreting it then. But as far as I'm aware, she's basically coming here to say you're all doing this and this, but you just don't know the full picture of the story.
Yeah, can I add to what MT is saying?
Fair enough.
You know what I'm sick of hearing? Like I said, the Henry situation, now this situation where people are victim shaming, where they're saying, wow, he did ask whether he was a bad man. He initiated it. Now you're seeing it as saying, wow, he wasn't a good person.
But
you're victim shaming you are victim shaming, and he did not deserve any of what has happened to him. And instead of looking at what he has done, what this man has done to him, what this man has done to him, what you're looking at is what this victim has done.
Can you just Angie, Henry didn't have a previous conviction. This man has over 160 previous convictions in the north of Ireland.
Angie, I've just sent you a WhatsApp on that young man that's been attacked. I'm just jumping down now. I just wanted to send you that over.
Is this about what this lady is talking about?
Just look at it and then Make your own mind.
Well, you got to remember.
I don't think because of his previous, he didn't deserve what he got the other night.
Absolutely
I'm sorry,
not. Nobody does. Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is, everybody's painting this man out to be like an angel, and he's done this and he's done that. We deal with facts. You know, if you're going to tell a story, tell the facts.
Is that his full photo? I'm sorry, I've just seen the photo of the victim.
There is a photo, Angie, but but people are saying it's him. People are saying it's not him, but he has lost a powerful lot of weight.
I think we need to be concentrating on what this man has done, you know, and not what the victim has done at this time, you know.
I don't think people should be going at each other in the boxes. Like every race, every religion, they all have good, they all have bad. Like even our own, we have our own people who's bad. But we can't judge everyone for that. We can't judge every Muslim person for like 2 rotten eggs in their backs, 2 rotten eggs in our backs. We can't blame every black person because they have some bad people.
Can I just
don't like when people is going at each other.
What about George Floyd? What about George Floyd? Was he a good man?
I don't know anything about George
Floyd.
Sorry,
the lady was making the comments with the dots. Wait, what about George Floyd?
I don't know much about
He held a gun
Floyd.
to a pregnant woman's belly while he was robbing them. The day that he passed away, sadly, he had millions of fentanyl in his system and everything. Everything like that. He is a seasoned criminal. So what about that? Look at the whole world.
Are you not listening to what I'm saying?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you.
I've been staying in here. The whole idea, of what's been going on here is the government are controlling this whole situation, and we're going against each other here in these boxes, and this is exactly what they want. It's called divide and conquer, and it's how they're going to start controlling the whole of what is going on around the UK, around the world, basically, and they're throwing out things that are happening at certain times because they want all of this situation to be heated up, because what their final thing that they're trying to get from this is martial law, where they take control and they can then walk out and they can do as they please without going against any legislation or any law.
But they're already doing that. They're already getting voted into councils and leader roles and that. So it's already happening. It's called indoctrination.
And they're bringing it up to the point of where
they're having their school children. They're having their school children going to going to their mosques and stuff, doing their thingies and making them there and stuff. What they're basically teaching us is in 10 years, 15 years time, we will be the majority in this country. The majority. And when that happens, it happened in Iraq, and they said, we want to keep this part as ours. And that guy said, no, went about it brutally. But that's what happens, that's what they do.
Stop bringing it back to that. It's all about us,
No, this is what I'm saying. Our country is so done. We get punished. If that guy will get 2 years for what he done. Oh, he's psycho, he's a mental health guy. 2 years, and he'll get out again. He'll get a house, a mansion or something. He'll get put next to a school. He'll get put somewhere like that, and we've got to be men and go, all the women, by the way, who are saying, where are the men sticking up for all this? Men should stand up and do this and that. The second that they do it, you're all greeting, oh no, you're targeting victims with famine. What about our wins? What about our women? What about all this, our culture that's getting took away? Hear what I'm going to say, then I'll leave, right? The biggest flex that's happening right now is overtaking Italy and overtaking Republic of Ireland with immigrants, because what are they? The 2 strongest Christian countries in the whole of Europe, possibly the world, right? Possibly the world. Now, if they take them first, they are assuming everybody else is just going to fall into line because flex. We took Ireland, we've took Italy. That's it. I'm telling you. Look, I'm sorry for my attitude in that. There's Top Girl saying that she did say she backed Hamas. If they're telling me she didn't, do you know what I mean? Like, shocking, man. Just shocking. I'm not here to shout at people.
As a mass of people, because we need to go in there and we need to take our governments out, basically, and we need to start ruling our own countries again. The governments can be wiped and they can be taken from where they are.
We're saying stop the boats. We're saying this and that. They're not stopping the boats. Okay, where are you putting them then? Let's go to the HMOs. Let's go to the hotels. And like in Northern Ireland, masked up, all men who are willing to get to jail, and men are willing to fucking get hurt and hurt people and turn up and do not back down at all. See a policeman, run away. No,
I just want to say, No one listened to Faithful Food because he thinks it's okay to bring people to women's addresses and threaten
And
women.
you
No
think
one's
it's
going to
okay
listen to you.
to be a racist and back the
And
other
that's
shit
not
and
on.
say it's
That is
nothing
not
to
on.
matter?
It's all about
That's what
making the
you
women
think.
feel safe. Yeah?
You want to be an enabler. You get treated like an enabler.
Lionheart,
We've had
he came
enough.
up here and said that he's going to put Top Girl and mine addresses everywhere and
Yes.
let people target
And
well,
men.
that's
every
not on.
single
us.
white
That's not on.
supremacist, everything you can
So then
imagine.
how can you
Yous are getting
say
in it.
that and then sit up here and say what you're saying? You're contradicting yourself.
You
The
do
thing-
not classify as a British woman to me, and near this Top Girl with your views.
I don't
You have
classify
not
as a
assimilated.
British
You
woman.
might think you have. You've not assimilated. You're a racist. You're a fucking racist, and that Top Girl.
Someone's colour of their skin doesn't mean that she's not British.
Oh no,
mate.
Can
their
I-
views. I
This
didn't say
guy's a
that.
weirdo,
It's their
man.
views. It's all white people. Oh, so something happens to white people. No, it's a
not
big
about
issue.
white people,
Or
bro.
that shit.
This is
Racist.
not about colour.
Can I
Stop
just
bringing it
ask
back
a
to colour. It's
question,
not about-
Faithful?
Yeah.
So, like, obviously everything that's going on in Ireland at the minute.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Northern Ireland.
There's no stopping that now.
Can I just
We're
ask a
multicultural
question?
Society.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I'm all for people protecting their children, their families, whoever, and
Yeah.
whatever. But do you think it's right that children are now being sent home from school because of these riots and protests? They're losing out on education, on time at school and stuff because people are now having to go and pick their children up because they're
Yes.
terrified of what might happen to their children or
Well,
around
us
the
as
school.
parents are terrified that one of them
Yeah,
might go in
yeah,
there and
I
start
get it.
unaliving them.
I'm frightened of the world my children are growing up in too.
Oh
but
no,
I
this
just-
isn't the world. This is your country.
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
to stand up now, because if we don't, the generations behind us are going to be fucking. Oh, sorry, my bad. They're going to be in a dire state. That Britain will not be Britain at all in the next 30 years. How many kids do they have? Loads. How many this and that, right? And the ideologies that they get taught in their churches, in their hussies, in schools, everything. Like, and you think that they're going to grow up and assimilate like their mas and dads and grannies and granddads never did. They never ever did. No, they're buying out our churches, they're bragging about it, they're taking our religion clean away from us, they're taking our culture clean away from us, they're making us all racist as soon as we stand up and say anything about it, you're a racist far right. Straight away, they're making us into this. They're leaving us no other choice. They only know violence. Stabbing a poor guy's eyes out. I'll take the ban. Stabbing poor guy's eyes out. Try to chop his head off. Didn't even move. That big guy. Caution him 4 or 5 times. Still didn't let go. PSNI turn up. Still didn't let go. He is a fucking murdering. That could have been a woman. I'm not believing that it would have been somebody who had skin colour or anything like that. White people was what he was looking for. And I'll be surprised if he wasn't looking for a fucking woman, to be fair. And that's me being honest with you.
I think it could have been anyone.
No,
Not gonna lie.
you go and read
I think
the
it could have been
Caribbean Times or
anyone.
something.
Should have been you.
No, Tony, I'm not even going to listen to what you say.
It should have been you.
You're an enabler.
People like you don't deserve to live.
Oh, David, no. People like you are going to get strung up.
People
How
like
about
you,
that?
men like you are weird.
No, men like me are men. We stand up for our
Mm.
countries. Yes.
Nah.
Yes. You watch Scotland in the next 3-4 months, right? You watch Scotland in the next 3-4 months. You see what
I like
happens.
Scottish people.
Oh, so
Not
do
you.
we. We love them. We love them to bits. We love legal immigrants. People that come and, yeah, practice your religion, but don't force it on people like yous. Fucking idiots like in England, holding whatever they call it outside the biggest churches
It could have
in the
been a
area,
woman, but you threaten women. Make it make
flexing.
sense.
Oh, the women are just as bad, if not worse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do you
Yes.
stand for? I'm actually confused.
I stand for all
What do you
illegal,
actually stand
all
for,
illegal
mate?
immigrants out the country. If any normal immigrant who can
You're
be
a
here
weirdo,
legally,
man.
how's
You're
that
weird.
weird? How is that weird? The
No, I'm
murder
saying
of
what you
Breaking
said-
my veins
what
and
you
that.
said before
How
was
is that
weird.
weird?
What you said
You're
before
fucking
was
weird
weird.
for no thinking it's a problem. You absolute
Faithful.
fucking freak.
Can I
Anyway.
just ask you, how do
Hi,
people,
Lindsay.
how do people force religion onto other people? Like, how they
Right,
do
hold on.
that?
Right, if there's any Irish people here, did they no go into that stadium where it's right back to the beginning, right? They went into the stadium where Dublin, in Dublin, and they held whatever they call that in there. And a woman came in, she started saying things about Jesus and this, and said that Irish heroes' blood has been spilt on that ground, and now you're letting these people, they're dominating, they're flexing, look what we're doing, and go say something about it, jailed. Write a
But how
text
are
about
they
it,
forcing it on other
jailed.
people? Though? I want to
How am I not?
understand.
I'm
because
telling you, I sat in here
because
and
of
I
one
listened and I listened
incident.
before I came on, right? And then I've come in the box and everybody's, oh, well, in the box, oh, no, you can't say that. I can. I heard somebody, Top Girl backs Hamas. She backs Hamas. There you go. She called me a liar. But then there's people in the chat saying, you did. A guy come in, MT. You did.
Well,
I
I
did
know, but
so.
I just want to know because I know like a lot of Muslim people that don't try and throw like the religion down my throat because someone's commenting saying they're forcing it on people.
Yes,
I've
they
never
are.
had anyone force anything on me and I've never witnessed it, so I'm just trying to understand
Right,
who
so,
forces
right,
the
I get that,
religion on
right,
you.
that's fair, that is fair, but believe me, it's happening in all of the schools. Definitely in England. It's happening in Scotland now, and
Muslim is the
Ireland,
fastest growing
everywhere.
religion right now.
Sorry?
Islam is the fastest growing religion right now.
There
Is that
you
why
go.
you're upset?
And I guarantee you, in this country, it's the extremely fastest growing religion. They're trying to
But just because it's the fastest growing religion doesn't mean to say people are forcing
Did
it.
you hear
People's
that?
got to want
that
to
shoots
join
not
that
an enabler,
religion.
Torin. I just picked on you, Torin. Aye. You dirty fucking scumbag.
Big up all
Every
my
way
Muslim
you
brothers
gets
and
killed,
sisters.
raped and murdered, every
Big
man,
up my Muslim
woman or
brothers and
child,
sisters.
it's on people like you and Top Girl. Imagine laughing at that. Imagine laughing at that.
I'm
In
laughing
such a
at
seri-
you.
No.
I'm
You were
laughing at
laughing at the
you.
situation. You horrible,
What?
vile
No, I
creature.
haven't.
Yes, you did. You just done
No,
it
I
there.
haven't.
You
How
just
am I
done it
laughing at
there.
the
Angie,
situation?
look at your clip. You dirty rat, trying to make
I
you
just
to be
want
a
to say, like,
racist.
it's the
And
same
listen
about
to you
it's
laughing
taking
at
over
something
our
like that.
countries. Why
Women,
doesn't all the
children that
Christians
get
go to
raped and you
church and they'll
laughing.
stop closing the churches
Listen.
down? Why don't you just go to church?
Church? Do you think church? This is what I mean. Let's go on TikTok and solve this. Let's go into a news station and solve this. Let's go to church and solve this. No, men need to stand up, 18 upwards, prepare to hurt people and prepare to get to jail. That's all I'm saying. No in between, no excuses. If you can't do that, don't turn up. If you're there and you're dressed in black, I'm accepting you're willing to hurt people and you're willing to go to jail for it. Facts. No more.
Catholic
And people like
Church-
you, Torin, people like Top Girl, and all your other fucking enablers, murdering child murderers. Fuck you.
Mad.
Aye, wait till you
Catholic
go on the
Church
pages
in
then.
America-
Wait till you go on the pages. It'll no be that.
Anyways, I've sent you my address. Hurry up.
Thing is, the Catholic Church in America, I've seen a rise in people attending church and stuff. And I think religion as a whole, regardless of what religion you are, for me, religion isn't about what God you believe in, it's about the teachings. And I think these people that are committing crimes, they're not what the Muslim religion stands for. Like, end of. And I don't think
People use religion, like these radical people, they use religion to excuse their behaviour. It's not, like I say, it's not part of the Muslim religion, it's not part of the Christian religion to do certain things. It's nothing apart, like nothing like that. It's just when he says that they're pushing it down our throats, I just want to understand, because it is the fastest growing religion, but people, you do know that people's got to go and do the Shahada and join the religion. It's not where it's forced on you.
Hello.
Hello.
I think we're looking at the wrong religion. It's got nothing to do with the people who are being blamed at the minute.
Can I just ask, does anyone else want the box? Let me know in the
It's
comments.
ones that we're not allowed to talk about. Do you agree, Torian?
Wait, say that again. Sorry, say that again, babe.
I think it's the people who we're not allowed to talk about.
Who's the people that we're not allowed to talk about?
The Jays.
Jewish.
The what?
Yeah.
Jewish people.
Oh, you mean Zios? Not
Yeah,
Jews.
yeah.
I mean, they
It's
do run
all-
the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, they run everywhere, don't they, really?
She's right, though. She's actually right.
See, together we stand, divided we'll fall, and this is what they want. They're going to put us in our 15-minute cities and then call martial law. So it's going to go a lot higher than the police. We're going to have martial law.
Guys, I don't want any hate. on in her any religion.
I'm not spreading hate, Angie, but it is the truth. If you do research,
No. I don't want any hate on my platform, okay? Because I
She's
don't
not
want to
saying hate,
incite
Angie.
hate
She's
to
just
any
saying.
community.
She's not hate. She's saying that basically she's basically saying that Zayas rule the world and they are the one that are controlling everything.
Can you remember a few months back when that incident on the Australian beach next to a police station?
Yep, and the Muslim man saved the people.
Well, they tried to say it was the Muslims, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got footage of one of the people, the dad and the son. I got footage from somebody who used to be in Parliament that it was the Jays, basically.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You know, we have churches and mosques and... Yeah. Well, the evidence was these two people who was Jays, they was trying to make out they was Muslims. So trying to blame the Muslim community for doing this crime on the beach, where they was shooting people.
Right, she's blaming. Oh my God! Listen, like I said, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Do you know what I mean? But you can't put everyone in the same basket for what 1 or 2 or 3 people do. You can't put everyone in the same basket.
But they do that with Islam. They put everyone in the same basket when something happens.
That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't do that with Islam either, because I've got a mosque down my road, and they're very peaceful. They do their thing. They keep to themselves. I don't see no trouble. I don't see any of that. Do you get what I'm saying? And they have every right to, to go and pray and everything else. And people shouldn't be putting them in the same basket. Absolutely not. Because I can tell you, a Muslim would help anybody.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference as well between Jews and Zayas. Like, we can't put Jews Jewish people and Zayas. So, don't say Jays, innit? If it says the Zayas, because that's what they are.
Yeah, it's the Zionists,
there's Jewish people. Like, Jewish people are actually quite peaceful people. Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't feel we should be hating on Jews. Because I don't want that.
I'm not.
I don't want to say it once. I don't want that to come across that way, because they have been attacked.
But
I don't want to be inciting hatred on my platform for a certain community, just like I wouldn't with Islam and any other religion. People need to stop causing a divide and treat people like an individual. This man that did what he did, it wasn't a Muslim man. He was a man. He was a nut. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying he had mental health, but that we can't put everyone in the same basket. People need to stop doing that, because you're all doing it. You're saying that these people, they're pretending they were Jews. But that's 3, 4. How many people were involved in that? What you're talking about?
Can I just say it's a bit hypocritical, considering she has a Christian status in her picture.
Charlie, respectfully, you was there agreeing with everything that man was saying about Top Girl, so you ain't got no leg to stand on. You need to go back down there.
I do agree.
You're a weirdo. Why would you agree with a man putting violence on a woman?
That, man. At the end of the day,
why would you agree with a man doing violence on a woman?
People in this country
why
have had
would you
enough.
Agree for a man to say that to Top Girl?
Why? People in this country has had enough.
Can I just ask this quickly before you have your say, Charlie? Just smiling. You put Jesus, the Son of God. Do you realise that Jesus was a Jew?
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. It's been proven by biology, by blood.
Can you even spell that, Charlie?
Probably not. Tori.
Listen, I know people have different
but
opinions.
Don't sit there up in that top
To be
box.
fair, people do have different
Don't sit
opinions.
there, start patronising me, you little cow. All right, because it just won't work. But all I come up to say was, we need to have a look at Poland. Poland's law on immigration is 0 tolerance. They have no error attacks. no GUN crime, no grapes, no murders, nothing like that. 'Cause
Oh,
you know
Charlie, so
why?
you're telling me people in
Zero,
Poland, there's no grapes in
zero
Poland? Are you
immigration.
talking shit? So you're telling me in Poland
Oh,
there's
Lindsay,
no
you're
women
another
getting
one.
raped?
You're
So what
always
you're
up
saying?
here when there's
No,
always
because
some
what you're
religion
sitting there, you're
going
saying that
on.
there's no
You're
grapes in
another one that
Poland.
comes up here and always got
There's
something
no
to say when
grapes
it's
in Poland. That
religion.
you're full of
People
shit.
have had enough.
Because
People have had enough.
because
Charlie,
you're
Charlie,
downgrading
weren't
the
you
women that in Poland are getting really
People
hard
have
getting
had
raped. You're
enough.
saying that they don't get
And you're
raped,
up
you
here,
idiots.
every one of you are up
Shut
here
your mouth,
making
Charlie.
excuses. It's
Charlie,
making
You've just said
excuses.
there's no grapes in Poland. Are you stupid? Of course
There's
there's grapes
no
in Poland, you
crime
thickhead.
in Poland because there's
There's no
Charlie,
zero
crime in
Charlie, can I
Poland.
ask you,
Oh
were
my
you from a
God.
traveller
zero
background?
tolerance.
Are you
So
from a
you're
traveller
telling me there's
background?
no grapes in Poland. Is that what you're saying, Charlie?
Does that make a difference whether I'm
I've got to go
from a
toilet one
gypsy or a travelling background? What's that got
Well,
to do
yeah,
with
it does
Charlie.
because they actually travelled across worlds.
Yeah,
So
I know that.
they're immigration
I
into
know
every
that, and
country,
that's why
right?
I'm up here trying to big up the Jewish community
Well,
because
no,
that's
you're
why we've got
saying no
something in common
immigration.
with
So all
them.
the women in Poland who have been raped, sorry, because they don't allow immigrants in Poland, your rape
Oh,
doesn't matter.
please.
Because Charlie, the fucking idiot, said that there's no grapes.
No,
Are
the
you
only
thick?
idiots are up here, love, are you lot making
You're
fucking
you've just said there's
excuses.
no grapes in Poland. So all those
Goodbye.
poor women that have been raped in Poland,
Goodbye.
you're saying
You
that they
keep,
haven't been raped. Are you
keep
thick?
looking in the
Are you
mirror and
thick? Go and eat your
convincing
fucking mashed potato
yourselves.
and your fucking carvery, you fucking divvy.
It's hypocritical.
He fucking begs for a carvery every time and he's saying there's no grapes in Poland. Are you stupid?
The Jews don't even believe in Jesus.
Can I say something? That's okay.
They're waiting for their saviour to come. The Antichrist. It's not Jesus.
When was the last time you went to church? Just
I don't
smiling.
believe in church.
You don't believe in church?
No, I've done a
Well,
lot of research on
that's just
different
hypocritical,
religions.
isn't it, then, with what you've got in your
Well,
profile
no.
picture?
Shall
Do you
I
actually
tell
read
you
the
for
Bible?
why?
Have you actually read a Bible?
Yes. Yes. I've
Okay,
got-
come then. When was the last time you read a Bible?
I
Yeah,
read the
get
Bible
lost.
all the
Don't even go there.
No,
You
guys, come on,
haven't got
let's
a
not
clue.
attack her, man.
You just
Come
do
on,
that. You put that in your profile picture to entice people to
No,
go
not
at
at
you.
all.
Yes,
I've
you
had
do.
it- I've had it
Yes,
since
you
I've come on
do.
here.
You're a
I have had
beta.
it.
You're a beta.
I'm a
You don't like it
beta.
when people go at you. Yeah, but yet you're willing to come up here with that profile picture, yeah, just purely to insult people and annoy people
Not at
because you know
all.
it's going to, and bait them
Not at
out.
all. Not at all.
If you're
Do you know
religious
who
and you
wrote
go
the
to church, then
Bible?
fair play. Support your religion or whatever it is you
I
feel like
won't
you
go
want to do.
into.
But
I
however,
wouldn't go
when you've got the
into
neck
a
that you don't
place
go to
where
church and don't read the
they
Bible and you've
rape
got that in your name,
little
then you're a
kids.
hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You shouldn't have a say in anything about religion.
Because she don't go to church.
Because she's being hypocritical, Torian. She's being hypocritical.
I don't think it was
Simple
fair.
as that.
You can still be a
Speculating.
Christian and not attend church, Lisa. Just saying
It
that.
doesn't matter. She's not reading Bibles
tells you,
and
the
stuff like
Bible
that, but she
tells
wants to
you
put Jesus as God in
that
her
you
name
won't
and then start
find
baiting everyone about religion. She can't do that.
you won't find God in a man-built church. That's what it says in the Bible.
It doesn't matter. It's the pure fact.
So why
You're
do I need
sitting
to go
here
into a
saying that it's the
church
Jews
full
that
of
cause all the
paedophiles?
problems in the world, and it's
No,
not.
no,
It's
I
everybody.
never.
Everybody from everywhere
No.
all over the world cause issues. It's as simple as that.
I can't speak to stupid. Do you know
I
who
can't
wrote the
speak to idiots
Bible?
like yourself, love. So like, don't bait
The
people out.
Rosicrucianists and the Freemasons wrote the Bible.
Oh, here we go.
Look into it, love.
I don't need to, love. Don't need to. Don't need to at all.
I'm not a sheep. I do my own research.
So I just want to say this, yeah. So the problem is at the moment is everyone's got their own different moral compass. Everyone's got their own belief system and stuff like that. But when it comes to the justice system in the UK, America, whatever country you're in, the justice system should be equal. It should treat everybody equal. It should basically, if you're a criminal, you get dealt with. And this is what I'm going to say to people. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you believe, who you follow, whatever. You can have your say. I will say this though: there is trends that happen on TikTok and Facebook and all that, where people change things to suit the narrative. People will say things and do things to suit the narrative. This is why I get in so much trouble. You will never hear me change my stance based on feelings. I do it based on logic and information. So I've stood by my stance for 5 years now on this app. There ain't many things that I have changed. I've stood by protecting women and children. I've stood by certain people who are religious, not all of them, but there are certain extreme people in religion that goes for every religion. And the problem is people seem to judge everyone based on a few people's actions. For example, with the Vikram, everyone judged all Sikhs. If a Muslim does something, they judge all Muslims. If a white man does something, they judge all white men. Same with black men, etc. And this is the problem. We need to stop judging based on one's actions. This thing that happened in Belfast, yeah, like, I think he's from Sudanese, I don't know how you pronounce that word. It's Sudanese, however it's pronounced, because I'm terrible with languages. Like, people instantly went on the bandwagon and called him a Muslim. It's like no information was out about him at the time. They just knew some little information, but people jumped on the bandwagon. And this is the problem with the riots and stuff like that.
Can I just say, Sudan's actually population is 50% Muslims and 50% Christians, just putting it out there. So you don't actually know he can actually be a Christian, just saying.
Yeah, that's what I just said, literally.
70% Muslim.
That's what I just said. Nobody truly knows. As far as I'm aware, the information isn't out there. But the thing is, what if he was Muslim? Does that mean then every Muslim is going to try and take somebody's head off? Is that what, like, that's how people think? Now, I don't think that's fair. I have issues with certain people, but I'm not going to judge the entire community based on it. If people say shit to me or do shit to me, I'm not going to judge everyone based on it. And I think this is the problem. You got three types of people. You got people who think like me, who want facts, you know, what they want to see criminals get justice. We want to focus on the criminal, not blaming everyone. You got the other people that are like, will instantly support a criminal just because they think it's the right thing to do, even though it's a criminal. And then you got the other side where we'll blame everybody based on one incident. And this is the thing. People need to start on, like, taking a stance on your moral compass and stand by your moral compass. Stop doing the narrative to fit TikTok, to fit social media for clout and stuff like this. I don't get it. I don't personally. Like, why people want clout off people's misery. What? How can that make you feel good in the morning? And then you got so-called religious people coming on panels doing the same thing for clout. Doesn't that not go against everyone's religion to basically gain wealth for somebody suffering? Because when people gift you, when you're talking about someone suffering, you're laughing about it and stuff like that. People, that's technically gaining wealth from somebody suffering. What the hell?
Just smiling. What's your religion? Like,
I don't think that's very nice. Sorry, can I just say, people saying, "Oh, do you go to church or do you read the Bible?" You do realise it's about your relationship with God and Jesus, but I'm not even going to get into that.
That's true as well, Andy. You're right about that.
Yeah, Irish people, obviously I'm not from the north, I'm from the Republic of Ireland. I think Irish people have got the greatest immigration history ever after what the British people did to us. Kicked us out of our homes, genocide, the whole lot. So we had to go to America, we had to flee the country basically. But when we had to flee the country, obviously I'm talking about my ancestors, they had to find work. They had to find jobs. They had to do the most dangerous jobs there were. They built bridges in America. We had to work or else you were kicked home. So what we're saying is, when immigrants come here, all we're saying is get a job, contribute to society, do something good. There's no problem with immigration. I have no problem with immigration, but it's the people coming over here that we don't know what their criminal history is. We don't know what their mental states are. We don't know what way they are. And all we're saying is it's the illegals that are coming over here. They're on the, I don't know what you call it. We call it the scratcher here, the dole. Like, that's all we're saying. Just fit into our society. Be your own religion. Be who you are, but contribute to society positively. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, that's fair. That's to be fair. That's a fair point you said.
Yeah, that is a fair point, because I always say this, you can have your culture, you can have your belief system, stuff like that, but whatever country you go to, if I go to America, if I go to Africa, if I go to Japan, I have my own beliefs, but I have to follow their law, their land. Do you get what I mean? You have to do that. Because if you don't, this is what we're having now, this is where we're having problems now. And I'm going to say it with chest, yeah, a lot of the time when these criminals, when British people who are born here, by the way, I'm not talking about white people, so people who are racist, not, it's anyone who's born in the UK, Britain, whatever. Once you acknowledge this is your country, they're getting arrested. They just say, yeah, I did the crime. Or they might lie and say, well, that person hit me, whatever it might be, yeah. But the other side is people that come into the country, this is the excuse to use. I don't understand the law.
Just quickly as well, though, they said that you can't work straight away. Like, sorry, Papa Smith. Obviously, when illegals come in, when immigrants come in here, they can't just go out and get a job straight away. Like, they have to go through...
Illegal ones can't, no? But legal ones can.
No, but the legal people cannot just come. Like, obviously there's a process for them to become legal. So they come into the country, they have to submit their paperwork, they have to go through the Home Office. All of that is a process. So before they do all of that, they cannot go out and work. Hence why I think some of them do get placed in hotels while they are waiting for their legal status. So you can't expect everyone to just get out and work. They have to wait for their documents.
This is what I don't get though. So you're saying that, but I work, like, the industries I worked in, we've had a lot. If you want to use the word foreign, if you want to use that, I don't know what word. People from other countries, come to this country, and as soon as they get here, within 24 hours, they go through the agencies, they get work with us.
Yeah, but maybe they're on a working visa.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
They might be on a working visa though. I'm saying like for people that are seeking refuge or seeking asylum, or people that are coming here through boats, like you like to say, and are seeking legal, they cannot just get off the boat and go and get a job. It doesn't work like that. They have to wait for their paperwork for them to get a job. So when there's people saying, oh, they need to go get a job, they're taking our benefits, they're not even allowed to get no benefits. They have no paperwork.
No, but they get free healthcare, they get free food, they do get actually...
But we all get free healthcare. Like, what?
You pay in the system, T, this is what I'm saying. You pay in the system to get that free healthcare. Okay, you're saying when they come over here illegally, they've got to wait to get a legal residence, if they've got to get a legal visa. So why not do it the legal way to begin with then? If you do it the legal way to begin with, then when you enter the country, you've been accepted, you can work.
Yeah, but not
because unfortunately, Papa Smurf, it doesn't. No way, you can't always just come and interrupt
because you're lying. It's well documented, and it's well documented that as soon as they come off the boats, they get put to the hotels, and then within 2 to 3 days, they're out doing deliveries. They're out doing deliveries. I'll get videos for Scotland where it's happening, so it's definitely happening in
no
England.
one cares, man. Let her finish.
No one cares that we're going to listen to Tories spreading
anyway, Angry,
false,
thank you, but that's
false
what I was
narratives
it was
again.
Papa Smurf that was talking. I interrupted him.
Because
So
you're
go on,
bullshitting
Papa
them,
Smurf.
though.
Carry on, mate.
Aye. Trust me, they get jobs, and this fucking idiot up there helps them get it, you fucking cow.
Sure, listen, hello, wait, 1 second. Wait, 1 second, 1 second.
Talking shit. They get jobs as soon as they get off the fucking boat.
Okay, that's fine. 1 second. Faithful Fu, I've sent you my address. When are you coming? Now, tomorrow?
Did I say I was coming? No, you're going to everybody's fucking page with that address.
Hurry up.
Yeah, you see. You fucking see.
Pussy.
Yeah, pussy. Listen to you little fucking terrorist scumbag, man.
Listen here, you stupid fucking terrorist.
Cow, man. Cunts like you and that top girl. You should be strung up first. Strung up first. You think I'm lying?
Yeah.
Here, see when they are all chased out the streets and the houses are burning, guess who we're going to next? The enablers. The enablers.
Where are you going to go? Where are you going to come to mine?
The enablers. Laugh when you want, Tony. Laugh when you want.
This one's like William Wallace. He's like William Wallace on steroids.
He's going to get nicked.
He's a joker.
Oh, he's going to get nicked.
He's like William Wallace on steroids.
You can't do anything when you're in the cell, mate.
The insulting of a like they want to protect the women and children of the country, but yet we're gonna attack women. It's ridiculous.
I'm waiting to talk, AJ, in the chat.
Oh, who's speaking? Hello, Angry Northern.
Hi, Angie.
Hiya.
I just want to say to Papa Smurf, like, I used to work at a company that offered sponsorships, and even then they still had to wait to work. It wasn't just like a 24-hour thing. I don't know how you've got that idea of 24 hours and they're working.
So with a working visa, once you get approved for a working visa, you come in the country, and the way you get a working visa is mine. I don't know it fully. You can quote me. I don't know it fully. But from what I got told by my managers and stuff like that, and people I spoke to is, you get the best way to get approved for a working visa is to prove you got a job there. So what happens is people in this country who are working with me. There was one called Faradin. Yeah, I don't know his full name. I'm not going to give you if I didn't know. His name was Faradin. Yeah, he was from Afghanistan. Yeah, no, Kurdistan. Sorry, Kurdistan. If that's how you say it. And basically, he would get friends and family. He would help them do the paperwork legally. He would say, yes, there is a position available for them to come to this country. As soon as they get off the airport, they would go and live with him until they get housing. And by the next day, they would come on or if they say, for example, we used to do inductions on a Tuesday, yeah? So if they landed, say, Sunday night, yeah? They weren't in work till Tuesday, because that's where the induction was. Tuesday night would roll around, so work nights. They would come and do the induction. If they was good enough, they'd have the job. So they already had a job lined up. I don't know how it works if you haven't got a job lined up. I'm not that smart. I don't know that. What I'm saying is, the legal way is so much safer, so much quicker than the illegal way.
Yeah,
and then people in the comments are saying, you're fleeing a war-torn country. Let me ask you this, yeah? And if there are any men in here, let me ask the men, yeah, because I want a man's point of view on this one, because I know what the women would say. So, men, if you're fleeing a war-torn country, yeah, and you've got children and a wife, yeah, would you leave your children and a wife in a war-torn country for you to go to a safe country? Would you do that? Because I know I wouldn't. So everyone I've seen, And I'm going to be very, very blunt here. Every time I see it, in every hotel I've seen, I've probably seen one hotel with some women and children in. 99% of them are literally men. And I'm sorry if people think, oh, it's just media doing this. I've seen the secret footage where people are snuck into the hotels. Nobody knows what they're doing. He put it on his own accent because he comes from that country. So he spoke in their language. They thought he was part of the hotel. And he showed the footage where they was getting better meals than any of us on this panel, to be honest with you. They had PlayStations. They had bank cards. They had mobile phones. You're telling me that they're suffering. And yet you asked them, you asked one of them, because they thought it was one of them. He's like, oh, when you bring your woman and children, I haven't got a wife. And he goes, well, don't you tell the officer that you come up from war torn country to get your wife and children over? He goes, yeah, but that's what you say to go in the country. You're telling me that's not how it works? No. When people have blatantly recorded it and it's been on undercover footage with nobody trying to change the narrative, it's what they say. And then people are saying, well, these men are leaving war torn countries. France is a safe country.
Nah,
Why are they coming from France to
I
here?
hear that, but like,
Can I just say something? He's saying about people who have a working permit and a visa, but he's also mixing the two together because there's people who seek asylum. People who seek asylum cannot work for a certain amount of time. They can't go to education. They can't claim benefits. So they're the people that they get like, I can't even remember how much it is, but it's not a lot of money. I think it's about like £30 a week to live off and things like that. They're not allowed to do certain things. So those people cannot come to the country and get a job straight away. They have to go through the process properly. They can get a job illegally, but obviously that's not guaranteed. Also, with the hotels, they don't say, right, I'm coming to England and I'm going to go and live in the Premier Inn. Our government has provided the hotel for them. If our government was doing immigration correctly, there'd be a process that they have to go through when they came in the country. There'd be a place where they're processed, their criminal records are checked, they're checked if they've got vaccines and things like that, but they don't do it correctly. That's not the immigrants' fault. That's our government that puts us at risk by letting people who are unvetted into the country. For example, there are people arriving who have criminal records in their countries and they're not checked correctly. That's not the people's fault. That's the government's fault because they don't care about us. That's what we need to get.
And I agree
Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. How's Bowles, babe? Are you okay? Women like me sleep with them. I'll sleep with who I want, you dirty beggar. We're talking about my vagina for.
I don't think it's fair to blame every single immigrant as well because,
yeah,
like, I worked with some of the most hardworking people and a lot of them had come
Let's
on
not forget who helped build this country back up after World War II. The immigrants, the foreigners, the whatever you want to call them, the Iranians, the Palestinians, the Caribbeans, the Africans. Yeah? Because guess what? The British people couldn't do it on their own. Yeah?
Like everyone,
and if you really want these people, hold on, one more thing and I'm going to go. If you really want these people to stop coming into this country, maybe you should think about the British stop going and invading theirs. God bless.
My grandma came from Jamaica in the 50s, I think it was. Her and her friends saved up. They did...
Irish, sorry.
Yeah, there's a thing that black people do. And I think other people do it as well, where they'll like save up money each week from their wages. And then at the end of the month, each of them will get like, say, for example, £1,000 or whatever. She bought a house. And then she bought 3 more houses. Do you know what I mean? And that's how our family has been able to stay in England and contribute to society and give a lot back. You're saying about, these people that come in, 10 of them live in a HMO. What do you think they're going to do? Buy an house straight away or get 2 months rent up front? Of course they're going to all live together. That's how it works. That's how people like families that come from Pakistan do the same thing as well. They will all come together, say for example 3 families, get a house, live cramped up, then one of them will get a house, then another, and then they create a business. It's just how it's done. Not everyone is here to harm us. There are some horrible people like that disgusting man the other day, but you can't say that man is normal. That we all saw the video. That was not normal. The way that guy was being hit with that bat and he didn't move, that's something not right. Like, it looked like he was a horrible animal. Do you know what I mean? But the mental health system in England is not right. If that man came from Sudan, he should have been checked properly and there should have been a process to see that he can go into society. Life experience. I've got lots of life experience, babes.
Like this whole ideation that these immigrants are stealing your jobs. No, they're just getting the jobs that you're too lazy to do.
Preston, I can't do that back where my parents from because my mum's British and she's probably one of the very few people that is just British. She's not Irish, she's not Scottish, she's not Australian, she's not nothing else, she's British. So if I go back where my mum comes from, it's bloody work stop, you dafter. Fucking hell. I'm not blaming the government, but I think that the NHS is responsible for a lot of things that happen. For example, like the Valdo Calacane situation, those victims' families have been there fighting for the fact that
How are you saying that
I'm just
BS
reading
trying
that.
to get
You
a
know what?
job?
No, I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, she's actually just a British person. But what I'm saying is that those Grace Amali Kumar's family has been fighting for the fact that that guy didn't get adequate mental health help, and he then went out and hurt people disgustingly. That's what they're saying.
So I can ask you a question then. So we're talking
Yeah,
about
babe.
all, yeah, like I said, yeah, legal migration the country needs. Okay, when no one tells me, people who come in legally, work legally, we need. Because, like you say, I agree with you. A lot of the jobs that British people, if you want to use that terminology, don't want to do, these people will do because they want money. My issue is this: when the ones that come to legal, whatever frame of wording you want to use, when governments approach OAPs and tell them they must sell their house to house migrants, that to me is very telling of how the government thinks.
Yeah,
That's
the
problem.
government. Yeah, I agree. And
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
not
I think
blaming the
with-
people. I'm
Yeah,
blaming
it's
the government.
Yeah,
Because at the
that's
end of the
what it
day,
is.
yeah, I've come across migrants who are good. I've come across migrants who are bad. I am not saying every single migrant is bad. What I'm saying is, so defamation of character. Let me ask you this: can you go and work in a school without getting vetted? Can you go and work for the police without getting vetted?
No,
The fire
and you know
service?
as well, don't you think, I always think this, even though I have to have a DBS or a CRB, you can still be a wrong 'un and not be caught, you know? Because people always say that, don't they? They have a clean CRB or whatever. I always think to myself, that doesn't mean anything to me. Do you know what I mean? But I agree,
where
you
you're
have to be
coming from,
vetted, so why is it not the same for them when they come in the
This is,
country?
okay, so if you do, this is what I say about the vetting process. Yeah, when people are saying, "Oh, it doesn't work," this and that, okay, I agree. Sometimes it doesn't work. But let me ask you this: if it doesn't work and people think it doesn't work, yeah, shall we get rid of the vetting process and let everybody go to any job they want, or do you think it should still be there because it does catch people? So do you think it should go completely?
No, I
or do
don't.
you
I don't think
that
it should be gone completely. I've got an echo, sorry, but I don't think it should be gone completely. But I think there needs to be like a complete overhaul, or there needs to be more. Excuse me, more processes. So, for example, did you just fart? There needs to be like, for example, you know, instead of it being 6 months, it should be 9 months or 12 months, and you have to go through like certain stages and be integrated into Britain, for example, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
No, I get what you're saying, because like my mum works in the school, yeah. I'm not telling you where she works, nothing, but she works in the school, yeah, and she only does cleaning, yeah? That's her job. She doesn't full-time. To do that job, she has to have a full
just
vetting
farted?
process. And that went back to when she was literally a teenager, her first crime, when she was a teenager. Went all the way back then. My mum's 62 now, I believe. I remember it's terrible age. She's like 16. I went back to when she was like 16. So that's what I'm saying. That's just to be a cleaner. So the vetting process, yes, not all migrants are going to be caught, like if they're bad. Not all migrants are bad, but not all migrants are going to be good. You get where I'm coming from? But the process is there for a reason. It doesn't always work. Like, we know this for a fact. There's been teachers that have been PDFs. There's been police officers that have been
farted.
PDFs.
I asked who farted. Everyone's saying
Yeah,
I
it definitely
farted.
weren't me. I was on mute. I was definitely on mute. It weren't me.
Who farted?
It wasn't me. I've got heart failure. You can't say I farted. That's discrimination.
I wasn't even at my phone.
You queef one.
But no, I agree with Papa's that I think that the process can't be taken away, but I feel like there needs to be more added to it. Like, you know, for example, there's people in the country where they've got criminal records in their country, and it's not brought up until they're arrested in Britain. Does that make sense?
Man, sorry, I thought
Yeah.
Was that green?
I thought I was muted.
It needs to be overall.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Oh my
Hey guys,
god.
hey guys, listen, thanks for
people just heard me shit myself.
Hello, Sam.
I'm sorry,
Hi.
Angie.
Hi, listen, Angie, thank you very much for letting me jump up. Guys, I live in Belfast, and I just want to, I'd like to clarify something, put something out to everyone here. What is going? Our children are all being sent home from school now as well. What happened the other night? There's no words can describe what happened, and that's just a fact. I think anybody who thinks anything else is crazy. But what is happening in Belfast now is absolutely the worst thing. They are absolutely targeting innocent people who work in our hospitals and who work around in every part of our community. It is absolutely disgusting. Now, A lot of this is coming from one side of this community over here. And I understand, especially in the likes of England, where Northern Ireland, the Troubles, nobody really did take notice of them just because of everything that went on. But one time there was a bookmaker shop and there was fellas in there doing their bets, and 2 gunmen ran in and killed them, shot them all dead. That's as barbaric as what happened the other night here. And just because it was Catholics and Protestants and because we lived in this country, those men are now out of jail and walking free. People have to be careful with their words, because words is what is bringing this down here. The government must be held accountable. There is nobody else to be held accountable but the government for letting these people in here. I just listened to you and that other fellow talking there about vetting and all. That has to be tightened. It has to be tightened. And by the way, this isn't coming from England. This is coming, most of these idiots up here are coming from Southern Ireland. That's where they're coming from, because they can just cross over. But once they're up here, we give them too much.
I don't agree with that, to be honest.
No, yeah. The hell?
So, hello. I'm Christine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Delusive. I'm Christine. I married my husband. He come to my country on a lorry 20 years ago. So he's owned 3 shops and like 2 car washes. He come here with
say
me.
that again, your husband came on a lorry?
Yeah, he comes to England on a lorry.
What do you mean, he was smuggled in?
No, yeah, he smuggled himself to England from Iraq.
Sorry, before you go on, what do you disagree on? We're saying we're to tighten things. We're not saying people that are here.
What they done to Iraq. I don't blame her husband coming in. They destroyed Iraq.
No,
okay, exactly.
This is why I'm trying to, like, because the defamation. I'm agreeing with what she's saying. Like, when my husband came here 20 years ago, he came to this country on a lorry, and he was run over by a lorry, and he had no money. But he learned how to make money. He made 3 businesses. He had he's paid taxes. He's worked. And not everyone that comes here like does the same thing. Like,
sorry, you are if you'd heard my first part, that is the part that I'm saying. This country, I can only talk about the north of Ireland. Our hospitals are ran by coloured people. They're from Philippines. They're from everywhere. Like, honestly, and these people who are doing what they did last night, burning these people out, people who have lived in this country have paid taxes, probably more taxes than the idiots doing it. On this app, people are jumping.
You mean Northern Ireland?
Yes, I'm from Northern Ireland. So the incident that happened,
basically Britain, basically.
It happened in Northern Ireland. That incident,
so
which has blew this.
My family is from Southern Ireland. Okay,
yeah,
the difference between Southern and Northern.
Yeah,
right. But at the same time, I grew up Catholic. Right, I'm married to a Muslim. I'm Christian.
Well, I'm a Catholic, and
one thing I've never done is push people out for their colour, their race, their religion.
Nobody should. This is the point here is no one should. But the vetting process has to get tight. You have to stop these boats coming in. You have to watch they're not families coming in, they're just men. They're not bringing their families, they're not doing whatever. What happened the other night can never be. Honestly, it was disgusting. But if anybody here who thinks what Northern Ireland is happening in Northern Ireland now is a good thing is mental, because it's not.
No, it's not.
You cannot kill people. You cannot burn people out of houses, guys, just because of their colour or their race. They did not commit that crime the other night. One person committed it. He's in jail. But it flares up this thing that we've all been talking about on how we get the country to where it needs to be. And I'm talking about England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Southern Ireland. I'm Irish. I live in Northern Ireland. I'm Irish. I'm a Catholic girl.
I'm Irish.
But
I'm
honestly,
Southern Irish. Like,
I can tell you here and now, guys,
like,
people cannot condemn the other night and then not condemn the other night and then not condemn